once asked me, "What is your new normal nowadays?" The question made me ask myself, what is normal? And how is it different from the term new normal? Because of COVID-19, suddenly the world stopped. We were forced to stay home. We were uneasy, bored, restless. We experienced all forms of discomforts of being in quarantine. Then we discovered and experienced the important things that somehow was missing in life, like parents taking care of their kids or being at home with families. Then we also realized that life is more valuable than money. We also learned new and essential skills at home, aside from the online lessons that we were forced to accomplish as mandated by school. Although we long to go back to how it used to be, we have started to slowly adapt ourselves to the new setup and even prefer to continue on with this new experience and learning. After May 15, when the ECQ will not be extended anymore, we will slowly resume and pick up our daily routine, facing a new normal. But what exactly is this new normal thing? New normal is a term used to imply that something which was previously abnormal has become now common. That is why we call it normal. It is the aftermath, the result of change, usually a dramatic change. Normal would include pain, difficulty, and struggle. To adapt to a new normal, it is to be able to create ways, means, and possibilities to return to the tasks of living and what entails it. So instead of complaining and lamenting on what could have been, we are invited to look into and look again, to be able to make a response instead of simply reacting. Just like the crisis brought about by COVID-19, the death of Jesus on that Good Friday caught the disciples unprepared. Suddenly, they found themselves stopping and even hiding. However, despite their initial reactions of running away, they were invited by Jesus, who died and is now risen, to adapt to the change that is happening by creating possibilities, means to be able to not just live, but to live life to the full. With this, we are convinced that the only permanent thing in life is change. So as sons and daughters of Don Bosco, who claim to be Easter people, we should also be constantly evolving. Hence, we are invited, just like the apostles, to help ourselves in order to form our convictions and attitudes to maturity. Just like the cripple at the beautiful gate, we are asked by Peter to get up and walk, fulfill our role in church and in society. This can only happen if we help ourselves. How? By consciously living and reflecting on our human life. Practicing discernment to be able to understand, evaluate, and distinguish essential things in life. Distinguish facts be able to distinguish values and virtues, and bring this into a deeper prayer and dialogue with the Lord, in order for us to be able to adhere and be able to discern His will, from which our choices and attitudes will mature, and we will experience renewal in life. When we constantly ask ourselves, how am I to fulfill the task and duty that is required of my role or my state of life? With this, we are able to respond to the needs of the moment. For in facing the new normal, we are asked to a deeper understanding of who we are and how we got here. For me, what is the new normal for me now? Of course, except from the longing of receiving the Holy Eucharist sacramentally, my duty as a child to my mother is the role that is being asked of me now. This task requires me to stay at home and do the mundane chores related to it. With this as my priority, all other works I can forgo. You, what about you? What is the new normal in you now? This is Ate Boots, and good night.